Look at this. And we're live. Oh, man. Look at you over there. Beast. I probably get kicked off because he's cursed. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Yeah, so what are we doing? We're talking about SummerSlam.
Yes.
We're doing a market stalker report. We got light news, I guess you would call it.
It's not. It's like literally non-news, but
it's something.
Okay.
Something.
Yeah, it's something to throw y'all.
Yeah.
Something to munch on, chomp on a little bit.
Yeah, I got you. And then we're doing it. And then we'll be back. Hold on one second. Let's go. What do I gotta show off first? All the crap that nobody likes to see. So hold on, let me move all my crap down.
Okay, so what we're doing today is an abbreviated Flipside Tuesdays where we talk about comics, and then we're going to immediately jump into wrestling talk.
Wrestling,
because we the both of us we went to SummerSlam Detroit. This Saturday, last Saturday, and we want to talk about it.
That's right. Hold on one second. Look at all these people. Hold on one second. Let's do this. Talk about the Flipside Comic Con because you're gonna be there. I'm gonna go get some stuff. I gotta go get some stuff. I'm not even prepared for this whole show, but it's okay. Here, talk about the show. Talk about the Comic Con that's gonna happen, and I'll be right back.
Okay, so Flipside Comic Con is Saturday. It's a Saturday. August 26, 2023, 10 a.m. Starts at 10 a.m. Ends at 5 p.m. Okay. All right. And you're reading. So it's at River's Edge Brewing Company. And it's in the D. It's in Detroit. Well, rather, it's Detroit adjacent. But I'll be there. We'll have a number of other dealers. I'm going to be setting up. I'll be bringing dollar boxes because I'm not going to feel like pricing books. So I'm just going to look at a book. I'm just going to go, you know what? I'm going to sell you for $1. Throw you in a box, put it out, let you go ahead and buy it, let you go ahead, flip it, make a little money off of it.
I'm back. Hold it down. Next monologue. Hey.
I'm a motor mouth.
Hey, man.
I didn't realize how much of a motor mouth I am.
Hey, man, you got those mad promo skills. You got the stick. I like it. What was I going to talk about? Okay, so yeah, Flipside Comic Con, like Carter said, August 26th. I heard him. He's hyping it up. Good stuff. The other thing I want to talk about is I'm that kind of dude. Taking everybody's money. No, check it out. So you get a little join feature. Oh, hold on. Wait. Here we go. Hit the join feature. Check it out. You could join and do some stuff and be cool and be like everybody else and wherever it went. Right there, a little join. And if you do that, you can be a member of our YouTube. You can be a dirty flipper. So, $1 a month. I'll give it back to the show. I don't care. If we get enough money, I'll buy a comic book or buy something and I'll just give it away. I don't even care. Look at these guys signing up for moderators. I don't even have moderators on this show. I used to have moderators and then we just don't care anymore. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, I'll make it mod. I don't care. So I can do that. Everybody's happy. Pro wrestling talk. We're doing it all. Look at all these guys. Okay. After all that stuff, so are we gonna talk? You want to do the Stalker report first, or you want to do news? Let's do the news section.
Yeah, let's get into the news. Let's do the market stuff, and then we can talk SummerSlam.
Okay. Good. So this is what. Oh, I don't know why I did that. Okay, whatever.
Okay, so this is the obligatory news article for Flipside Tuesdays. Yeah. So this is from comicbookmovie.com.
Is that reputable?
I suppose so.
Okay.
They've been around for a hot minute. I check them every once in a while.
Okay.
So Emma Stone has revealed her new look.
Oh boy.
this isn't even news. This is just some BS.
It looks like out of Frozen. Like she just was like, I'm gonna be. She could be Elsa Blood, or she could be Elsa Bloodstone, or Elsa.
Yeah, but she revealed her new look, and she looks just like Spider-Gwen from the Into the Spider-Verse movies. So that's it's fueling rumors as to whether she'll be a live action Spider-Gwen. That's it. That's literally it. That's it. You're muted.
Yeah, you gotta get those Into Spider-Verse 2s because they're not hot enough. So
that's for sure.
Make sure you do what you gotta do. Okay, so that's the obligatory news segment. It's all good. Let's hopefully these market reports. Okay, so this is weird. I didn't change anything. That's weird. Hold on one second. What am I gonna do?
So our beautiful faces won't be showing while the books are up.
No, I can do this. Okay, we're gonna go out of order and watch what Dino does.
No problem.
Bang.
Okay.
Bring back. There you go.
All right. So Marvel Mystery Comics number 83.
Yes.
This was my pick?
You had it in there.
It was? Oh, shoot. Okay.
Was it from last time? I don't know.
I don't remember.
Okay, it's a strong 8-0 for a Marvel's Mystery.
What, $3,000?
35.
I don't know. Yeah. Does that feel like that should be more just because it's an 8-0? It's probably from the late 40s, early 50s.
From 43 or 47, it looks like.
Oh, geez. That should be worth more than that.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, some of the Marvel Mystery books are like, if it's not like a key book, it's like, you know, it's like Schomburg books in general. Like Schomburg books, they're either worth like $10,000 or they're worth $300. There's like no in between. I feel like these Marvel Mysteries are the same way. Like either they're worth $40,000 or a couple grand, and that's it. But that's me.
Okay.
Okay, man. I do want to. We'll talk about this speculation later. This is just purely speculation that he's 3 feet taller than me. So, in the thumbnail, but that's okay. We'll talk about that in a second. How about this one?
My favorite. This is legit top 10 favorite covers.
Oh.
So we have Love and Rockets number 24. We have a raw copy selling for $84.
Is this the last issue?
No, it's just a classic cover. It was homaged by the America Chavez series. But this cover is so much fun. It's got a ton of layers to it. I mean, it's simple, black and red.
Yeah.
But there's just so much going on. This is a fun cover. It's from I want to say like 84, I think. So this is like an early 80s cover. It just has so much going for it. Classic. $84. I believe at one time this book was going for about $200. So
yeah, there's some people out there going for $200 still, and it's like it's very hard to find. There's fucking like 7 listings of. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember for a time there were no listings for this book. So I guess the market is kind of softening, adjusting, but this is still a strong price if there are other copies available.
Okay. The one we talked about during the SummerSlam pre-show.
This book is the bane of my collecting existence. So we have Green Lantern number 70, DC Universe variant. I've been after this book for, I want to say 5+ years. Every time I'm in the Green Lantern section, every time I come across number 70, go a little bit further down, look at the barcode. Damn it.
You're a better man than I am because I skipped Green Lantern all the fucking together. It could be Green Lantern 1 in that fucking thing.
Listen, only because of this book here do I search for Green Lantern.
Okay. You're a better man than I am. So, hold on a second. Fucking it up over here. Where are we at here? Green Lanterns. Okay, here we go. This one. A little
T-shirt action.
T-shirt spec.
So we got I just said, you know what? I think we're gonna throw some comic related merchandise into these market stalkers just because. So we've got a Punisher T-shirt from the 90s. Now this isn't one that I had growing up. I had the Mike Zeck where he's just kind of standing there with the two guns, and that's the Punisher T-shirt that I had. But this one, just interesting to see, like all these 90s T-shirts. This feels a little cheap just because the 90s T-shirts I think are going for a lot more than just $200.
That one? Yeah, that one growing up?
No, not that one. He's just kind of standing there. Okay, so the one right below where your cursor is, that's the image that was on my T-shirt, Punisher T-shirt. That's the image.
Not that one, right?
No. Okay, go down. For as far when you to the, it's basically the image from Return to Big Nothing.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That image right there was on my T-shirt growing up, and I can't find that T-shirt at all. And I have to imagine that thing is probably worth maybe $500. That's what I'm thinking. If one does pop up and they have it for like $1,000, I wouldn't be mad at them. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't buy it, but I wouldn't be mad at them.
All this art print. Did they have that as a comic book? Actually,
yeah. It's a hardcover book.
It's not like there was,
but it's not. Yeah, the image wasn't on an actual comic. It was on a hardcover.
Do I dare show this? Do I dare show this to you?
Let's see.
Is it that one?
Yeah.
$369.99.
Oof. What's the condition?
XL. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks okay to me. I mean, I'm not the T-shirt connoisseur guy, but it looks good.
Dang it.
I'm sorry. Here, you know what? We'll throw it in a private chat. We'll save it for later. But don't you fuckers buy it either.
You know what? I'll let y'all have it. It's okay.
Wow. Oh wow! Look at, you're a generous guy.
I don't want to overspend.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay, so we have Amazing Spider-Man Italian. I like this cover just because. So Amazing Spider-Man 300 tie edition.
Mm-hmm.
I like this just because it's all black in the background, and you have actual Venom on. Well, not Venom on the cover, but Venom in text on the cover. Just something interesting to look at.
And $130 seems cheap because these were going for bananas when people were trying to get the first 9/8 release.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. What else we got here? I always liked this book. This Vault of Horror book.
Yeah.
I just $277. I mean, it looks VG plus. I mean, it's only got one picture, which kind of probably killed it because it only has one picture.
It's weird because it looks like a reprint, doesn't it?
Yeah, you know,
it doesn't. It looks way too nice
to be a VG.
Yeah, and it's in the bag, and it's just like
and the problem is he didn't sell the back cover, so that's kind of
yeah. It's the picture is a 1 of 1, so I would have a hard time trusting this.
Yeah, me too. I mean, he's got decent feedback,
and the guy has like multiple. The guy has like high feedback, so you would think he'd know better than to just have a single picture, and it's in the comics in the bag. You know what I'm saying?
That's Studio Seller Spotlight. People love this. He is 0 results. Oh. Okay, I guess I didn't go home. One second, let me do this again. Give me the eBay, bro. I mean, this guy must have a lot of things. Okay, 5. Here we go. But bang! Check it out. Got an Airboy. And he's only one. Oh, this one's got multiple pictures. Still in the bag. No back pics.
Dude, what's up?
Oh, he got that from my comic shop.
What's the point? What's the point of that? Of showing like your label from my comic shop where you probably bought it for cheaper.
For like a dollar.
Yeah. Let's see what he sold.
You know, that's what I do. Trading cards. Tales from the Crypt. CBCS book. Okay. You know what it's sending for $1,300. The original listing. He took multiple pics. It looks like.
Okay, good for him on that one.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Weird. Did.
Right on.
Here we go.
All right, this one is interesting to me because so you have Marvel Spotlight Volume 2, number 6, first appearance. Well, actual first comic appearance of Star-Lord.
Sure.
I remember this book around the time of the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. This book was hot, and then it dipped, and to see it at $27, that's interesting to me. You know what I'm saying? Just and on top of that, the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, the final one, I suppose, has come and gone. So this one's still selling for almost $30. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And it's not the true first appearance.
Correct. It's that magazine, right, or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Marvel Preview number 4. Yeah, number 4.
4.
Yep.
4 something. I don't know. This one.
All right. Okay, so I remember a few years ago, Ultimate X, first appearance of Jimmy Hudson. A lot of people were speccing on this character. And I remember issues of Ultimate X number 1 and the variants and all that kind of crap. That was good. That was going for a decent amount. I forget how long ago it was. I want to say like maybe 8 years ago, 7 to 8 years ago. And then that died down. But I think that the Ultimate X spec is back for whatever reason. I forget the actual reason. But it's kind of back, and we have this Ultimate X number 1 second print selling for $30. So okay.
Hey, you find those in a dollar bin. Somebody didn't forget it,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I remember finding these for dirt cheap back in the day. So Jimmy Hudson.
You hit this one, and I'll just editorize this because I don't want to pull up second thing.
Okay.
This sold for $4,500, not $6,500.
Yes. Ultimate Fallout number 4 newsstand edition. Okay, so like Dino said, sold for $4,500, and I believe there was a 9.4 that just sold today for a lot more money than that. If you can look that up.
Well, on top of it.
Hell yeah.
It sold?
Yes.
Best offer accepted? I don't know.
I believe Long Short.
He posted it, didn't he, on Instagram?
Yeah, he posted it on Instagram. I think it went for about 8,500, I believe.
I downloaded the app now on the old the Google machine.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Look at this. Bang bang. He sold for $87.50.
Okay. Wow. For a 9.4. Whew. So that's basically the 1 in 25 variant.
Yeah.
Damn. That is hella impressive.
Crazy. I wonder how rare those newsstands actually are in the long run. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wonder how many people don't realize they have a newsstand of that, or have like a crap ton of UF4s and just like, oh, I'll just grade them whenever, or some crap, or hold them. So that's interesting to me. This one.
I thought this was cool just because. So we have a Adam Hughes sketchbook. I don't know what year this is, so I'm not quite sure how early or how late, but Adam Hughes sketchbook for $95. That looks like a decent, and it's autographed.
Yeah, he signed it. I wish his signature was better.
That is a terrible signature. It's so it just gets lost in the sauce. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but it's just it's like anybody can do that signature, if you even want to call it a signature.
Just looking to see if they have anything in the old on the Google machine. 2003 maybe.
Okay, I tell you what, if it's from 2003, then to me that's a good price.
Yeah, 2003.
To me, the earlier it's like it has to be in that kind of sweet spot of Adam Hughes art.
Yeah,
like early, early to late 2000s. I think that's the sweet spot for him.
Cool.
Like early 2000 to like around 2009-ish.
We were all on Adam Hughes train there in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
It was a thing when we were youngins.
All right, so we have Hawkeye, number 9, second print. This is Long Shorts. This is one of Long Short's favorite books.
Yep.
Going for what? Going for
$49.52 plus roughly $36 shipping. So at the end of it, call it $86, $87.
Yeah. This book was going for a hell of a whole lot more. A couple years ago, but still a strong price. Yeah, still a strong price.
A little romance novel or romance book for you.
Turn the lights down. It's time to get romantic. All right, so we've got Teenage Temptations, number 2 from 1953. Matt Baker cover. My man is carrying this chick off. They about to do something. They about to turn the lights down. They finna do something. Look at that. That is a terrific cover. Look at that.
Yeah.
Love that cover. I'd never seen that cover before doing this search. So
I can't believe you didn't put Matt Baker in there for on the title.
I don't even think he knew.
Yeah, I don't think he knew either. But
look at that cover.
dope.
Damn.
Well, Betty Veronica.
I just figured I'd throw this in here just because I never see this cover. Me personally, I really don't see this cover around too much. So Betty and Veronica 267, the Fiona Staples mermaid variant, sold for a little under $200. Why not?
A Raw sold for $159.
Really?
A BF sold for $27. So it looks like this is one of those books. It's like 9.6 and 9.8 are bust. It looks like this. See, this one's wrecked. Yeah, this one's $45. So it's either like you're hitting a home run or you're not. This one's interesting. This one's $50, but it's signed by Dan Parent of all things. It's like either it's like really, really out there, or
it'd be better. It'd be a lot better if it weren't signed.
Yeah, that's why I think the values it. Obviously, I mean, you can take it to CBCS and just throw it up or whatever. But
damn, that's just a strange price for a 9.6. Like you think it would sell for like maybe 100 or something like that in the 9.6.
Yeah. I wonder what what do you think a 9.8 sold for? Want to play that game?
I would say around in the 3-ish range. That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know because it doesn't say. It's just this one. I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I'm a loser.
But hell, maybe this is like the highest grade, like the highest slab that is available. Who knows? I didn't do a deep dive on this book, so. No,
you're okay. I thought I could pull it up, but it doesn't have it in any of the issues or anything. Oh, here we go. I lied. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, guys. A 9.8 variant sold for May of 22. That's the only time it showed up. $185.
Jeez.
So I'm sure that's probably somebody's got some.
That is. Okay.
This book that everybody loves. Hard to get like a higher than a 9.0, 9.2.
Everybody's favorite book. And it did sell for that. So Batman 227, 9.0 for $4,000.
Correct.
Nice. You pulling the trigger on that? It's a classic cover. It's not necessarily no first appearances or anything that.
No, it's a cool cover. I mean, would I buy it for $4,000 and try to flip it? No, but I mean, if I had crazy money laying around, I'd buy it for $4,000. It's just dope. Just throw it in the back and be like on the back wall and be like, I got that.
I got you.
Oh, look at this. Look at these. We own eBay. I'm joking.
Oh shoot. I could have swore when I did the 130 point search, it sold for 4. But okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, good job, dude.
So it sold for $3,000. I'm corrected. So congrats. That's beautiful.
Sick, man. Wow. Look at that.
So okay, so you pulling the trigger at 3? What's happening?
Yeah, I'll pull the trigger at 3. It wasn't me, but I that's a good sale, man. That's a hell of a deal, man. That's
okay.
Look at that. We just know everybody on eBay. Listen to us. I'm joking. He goes, I wish.
All right.
IZombie #1.
Okay. So So this book was $100 book at one point. This was right before. This was yeah, before that iZombie TV show on the CW, if you
Mhm.
remember, the one that came and gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just figured, you know what? Let's see how this book is doing today.
Okay.
And like if I came across this book in the dollar bin, I'd be all over it. $16, yeesh. But it's still a good cover though. But it was going for a hell of a whole lot more, however many years ago.
We don't influence anything. No, I mean, and people collect Garland Cook covers too. I mean, that's not a. It's like Scotty Young, all those people who collect, those type of covers.
And this cover is on point.
Yeah, it's good. Dope. Dope. This was the book that was hot for a while. The old 608 second print. Remember?
Dude, I remember 2003 searching for this book and not being able to find it. And this book was a bitch. And I finally came across one. Gosh, I want to say like maybe 8 years ago or something like that. It was, but Batman 608 second print. I have to imagine this book because so I looked a little bit closer on this. It's kind of ticked up along the spine, so but 122 is still. So I would say it's about a VF. 122 is still a good price for a VF copy like this.
And I'm sure somebody just kind of put it in its collection, probably, or her collection.
Yeah. I can't believe I found the copy for $10.
Yeah. You're an animal.
Still can't believe it.
This book?
Tales from the Crypt, number 41 from 1954.
We're going to talk about the shirt later in SummerSlam, so stick around for the wrestling part.
Okay, so 178. I don't know. I love covers like this. Just women horror covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got that Houdini vibe with the knives and like the magician kind of style things.
Does this count as a bondage cover?
Yes.
Looking like Betty Page too.
Correct. Or Tarzan Jane.
Yeah.
Got you.
I'm with it.
Okay. This one, and I'm going to editorialize this one. This did not sell for $250. This sold for a glorious $170. This is Universe X Spidey #1, a recalled variant.
Yes.
Rare.
Yes. This is another book that I've been after, and every time I get the fake out, because there's no real indicate. You gotta look inside the book because there's nothing outside to indicate that this is the recalled version. So,
and why is it a recalled version? Do you know?
Okay, so on the inside there is a panel where there are some books in the background, and it says something about the Marvel editor being an a-hole or something like that.
Interesting.
And so they got recalled, and the new version is out, and I always come across that newer version of the book.
Interesting. You know, I like doing this show with you because I think of mental images, like snaps in my brain of all this stuff.
All right. So we've got, this is one of my favorite sets right here. So we have Psylock 1 through 4. This was a very, very, very hot book. Well, a very hot set years ago. And I figured let's check in on this book as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? There's something in me that wants to like rescue the women. You know what I'm saying? That kind of that hero complex. So I guess that's why, or that's my story, and I'm sticking with it.
Hey, I'll back you up on that.
All right. So Psylock 1 through 4 set for $122. That's it. This has basically been the consistent price for this set for a number of years already. So, and in like for 4 issues for $122.
Yeah.
And probably after fees and all that, the seller will clear $100. So that's pretty damn respectable.
Yeah. Interesting. And Vince signs everywhere, so it's like it's easy to get a signature on those probably. So
yeah.
There's a variant for issue 1, right?
Second print.
You.
There is a second print.
Look at you. The knowledge you bring. This book I've always wanted. This is another book I've always wanted. It's been on the list. People want way too much money for it, but Weird Mysteries 5 classic cover. Him getting his brain decapitated and bringing it in.
I have a story. I have a story on this exact book. I found this book raw for $100. This exact book. That exact book. This was like roughly 2 years ago. It was like towards the end of probably the end of 2021 or something like that. This thing was brittle. Okay, everything was detached. Both back and front covers were detached. I mean, and everything was just like flaking off. So I'm just like, okay, I paid $100 for this. Let's get this thing out of my hands as soon as possible. So I put it up for $1,500. It buys within probably a couple hours. And I didn't think anything of it until a year ago. Roughly a year ago, I see this listing. And I noticed that this is the book that I bought. And this book had been sitting on eBay for about a year until someone finally bought it at the price that this seller wanted for it. So what, 3,650.
Yes.
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, that's my thing. Like, I've always wanted this book. The same thing with like the Anthill cover and the one on Mr. Mystery 8 or 13 and all those covers. It's just I can't see myself spending $3,000 for a 1.0 or like
exactly
$3,000 for.
Yeah, I took the chance on it for $100 just because.
Oh, that's all day.
Yeah, for sure. But I will say, if this thing was in better, like just
even a 2, right?
Yeah, if it weren't so damn brittle, if this thing weren't like disintegrating before my eyes, I would have held on to it. But this thing was just like falling apart, so I had to get rid of it.
Hey, at least he doubled his money finally. It took him a while, but
yeah,
did his thing.
But it had been there for about a year or so.
Yeah, that's one of those things somebody's probably saving up and finally pull the trigger on. Episode 1, Phantom Menace number 3, 9.8.
A 9.8 for 209. So this was this was what, like was this $100 book at one point? Do you remember? As far as it being raw,
I think so, because I think the rumors were, don't quote me, I'm not the biggest Star Wars nerd.
Yeah.
I thought they were saying Darth Maul might come back in the one of the movies.
Yeah, that's right. Because he made his little cameo in. He made a cameo in Solo.
Okay, I didn't watch that, so.
But I just remember seeing like screenshots of it.
Yeah. This book, high grade, Albedo 2, $7,000.
This is one of my I guess dollar bin fantasy books right here.
Yeah.
But
Stan Sakai, actually, one of the guys I knew from Heroes Con, he actually did this in like for free in like 10 seconds for this dude. Like he just did like on a big little sketch like flashcard style. And he did that, and then they did that within like 10 seconds. He put the window in it and stuff. It was dope.
Wow.
Yeah, this is my fantasy book too. It's cool. It's just like, damn it.
I know.
Damn it. Yeah. $7,000. I mean, it's out of this world. It's almost there with TMT1 and crazy stuff like that. Like, not saying TMT1 9.0 is a $7,000 book, but you get the gist. I remember this book, Far Sector.
This book was. I remember
That's our boy.
This book was hella hot.
This is TJ Time Bomb, baby.
Yeah, the second print. I think this was like I want to say this was a $75 book at one point.
Yep.
Was it not?
Yes, it was when it came out.
So now you have 9.8 selling for $200, which is still respectable, but you know, I remember finding quite a few copies back in the day.
I'm looking to see what else CJ has on the old eBay. Respectable. This guy. Very respectable. Go. Look at this guy. Nice. Just killing it there. Perfect. You should. You should sell your 8.5.
You know what? I was gonna tell him to hold on.
Oh,
just because I forget how much he paid for it, but hold on to it.
This book.
Okay, so I actually
this sold for 3,400.
Okay, so Incredible Hulk number 2, CGC 4.5. I have this book in a 4.0.
Ooh.
And I don't how much did this sell? How much did you say it sold for?
3,400, I believe.
3,400. Okay. So first appearance of the Green Hulk. And I would never. I can't see myself getting rid of my Incredible Hulk 2 just because that's the closest I'll probably come to Incredible Hulk 1. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dude, I had a chance at one back in the day. It was a coverless for like $800 or $600.
Oh, yeah, man.
On my comic shop, and it slapped in like 2 seconds. I'm like, God damn it, it had a fake cover on it. But I was like, who guy would have ripped that shit off? Who cares?
Bro, listen. I remember seeing an Amazing Fantasy 15 coverless for $1,000, and this was years ago. Back, back when nobody was really thinking about it all like that. Coverless books all like that. Yeah. And I was just like, ew.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So I hear you.
I got you. So, and then last but not least, this book, Little Secret Hearts.
Yes, we have the Liechtenstein Secret Hearts number 88. So I like this book. So it sold for $271.
Okay.
After 28 bids. I love this book. I have this book. And what I love about it, it has 2 Liechtenstein references. So you have the girl crying and you have the girl on the phone. So this one has it. I like this one because it has it all. It's beautiful Silver Age romance, and then you have 2 references to pop culture art. Hey, will you click on the second that eBay listing that I just put up? All right, so we've got Magnus Robot Fighter. So okay, so
I have one of these.
Nice. So it looks like it sold for $90.
Okay.
But this is the Nas Illmatic of Silver Age books. Undervalued, underrated.
I had one. We graded it. It was like a 4 or something, and it was Indianapolis Comic Con, like probably 10 years ago now. And John Z, in his drunken state from the night before, bumped into our wall, and the thing like cracked and shattered. And I go, we had it up for like $500, and we were just like, who gives a shit? And he's like, I guess I'm buying that comic today. Yeah, we're like, thank God. Like, yeah, we were all excited because nobody's going to buy that book. So.
I love this book.
Yeah,
so much. So yeah, it's still undervalued. That should be, I don't know, man. That should be a $500 book just off a general principle, in my opinion. If you're like because I'm a huge Valiant fan still, and this has a lot to do. And Magnus Robot Fighter had a lot to do with like the early '90s Valiant. So I love it.
I'm looking right now. There's a secret spot I look at for like all these old books, because they have them for like I mean he's what's a good word for it? He is cheap, but he knows how to grade and stuff. So it's like you know you're getting a deal.
Yeah.
And if it says near mint plus on his website or near mint, it's gonna be a 9.8. So let's look. Because he had magnets like 24 or something. He has number 2s, or number 1s. Interesting. A lot of other ones, but not a number 1. Cool. That's all I got for the old market stalker report. Now we get into the more serious business. The more serious business. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to you. So me and Carter went to SummerSlam. I'll pull this thing off. I'll show you what I was rocking because I don't care. So I bought this for like $1,000 on eBay. Look at this thing. Yeah.
The cream of the crop.
Unjustifiably put me in a bad reputation or a bad decision, Jack Tully. So yeah, I bought that. I wore that. It was dope. People liked it. People were crazy. What's up, dude? Yeah, we went to SummerSlam. Carter came to my humble abode. I told the snipers to let him in. The guard up front. I didn't buy it for $1,000. Bought it for like $20. What else? So yeah, Carter came to my house. We drove down. We got there really early, which was cool because
you know what? I could have swore that there was going to be like
a pre-show, like
maybe a match or two. You know what I'm saying? Like right,
at least a dark match. At least a dark match.
Something. I could have swore it was going to be something.
Okay.
But I was so like, I just because I'm so used to waiting in like super long lines for conventions, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And just kind of seeing like maybe I was just thinking, I don't know. I just wanted to get there and then kind of just take it from there.
And I told Carter, because I didn't even eat yet, I'm like, Carter, you want to go get dinner? Like, you want to drink or do something? He's like, nah, we stay focused tonight.
Oh shit! Listen, I was not risking I was not risking bubble guts.
I got you.
Just because I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling half decent.
Yeah.
Because
I get it.
Because I was probably operating off of very little sleep.
And you drove with me. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm not risking shit. If I'm feeling a certain way, I'm just like, let's keep it that way. But I didn't know you were starving to death, bro. Come on.
I'm not worried about it. Dude.
I would have watched you eat.
No, I don't do that to people. I have a kid now, so it's always like that. So basically we got down there, no problems. We parked, no problems. We got up to the venue and it was bananas. And this was 2 hours before the event started, bananas. And I'm like, where the hell is this line coming from? It is nice on TV. It's really nice, very classy.
Yeah.
So it's so we got there and it was like deep. I mean deep. And we were like, I was like, man, and there was one line that was stretched around the back of the building, and I'm like, is that like the line to get in? Like, what's going on? And then me and Carter kind of snuck in and got in like within like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Okay. So there were lines like this. and we got into a line that was like this somehow, some way.
I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. And people were like, "Yeah, you're fine. Don't worry about it." So it was cool.
Yeah, it was okay. So for as chaotic as it looked, it was easy for us to just walk in.
Yes. So when we walked in, right, the merch stand was right there. For like we lucked out in the front entrance. The merch stand was right there. And I told my cousin wanted a T-shirt. I was like, I'll buy something. I don't care. The line was deep. I mean, it was like an exclusive at SDCC deep. Like it was how many people you think were in that little section there? It was like a corner of a little arena.
It looked longer than the line to get in the building.
Was it like 500 people you think sitting in that little line? Like all together, the line, like they had like maybe 6 checkout lines, and it was just deep everywhere.
Yeah. It was just like a sea of people all at the all at the merch stands.
So, and I was like, I told Carter, like, oh, don't worry about it. I'll come like mid-match, or we'll figure it out. I'll come back later. Okay, so we get to our seats. Some girl was playing some music. They were flashing lights a bunch of times.
Dude, it was a party. It was a freaking party, because like when you get in, you're just hearing like club music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you want to like cut a rug a little bit. Okay. And the thing that caught my eye was the amount of Bloodline T-shirts.
Yes,
it was so many Bloodline T-shirts. Yes. It was like half the freaking people had Bloodline T-shirts.
It's the new NWO, like I told you.
Yes. And another interesting thing was seeing the amount of LA Knight T-shirts.
Yes.
Because it was distinct, because his T-shirt is yellow.
Yes.
And it was a ton. I think it was almost as many LA Knight T-shirts as there were Bloodline T-shirts. And another thing, you like every 10 seconds you heard LA Knight's catchphrase being uttered by somebody. It's like, let me talk to you, player. LA Knight, yeah. And then somebody will go, yeah, like the crowd will go, yeah. And this went on every 10 seconds.
So here we go. This is June of 23, right? So this is only like 2 months ago. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, LA Knight.
Go figure.
And then Stone Cold and NWO, because that's what it is. We're gonna everybody, the Bloodline sucks. LA Knight's the highest selling merch wrestler right now. Yeah, we're talking about it. We're gonna talk about all those matches. We're gonna get into it. We're just rolling. People are getting excited. I like this. I got all the matches. We're just talking about this. We're still talking about the experience of us getting in. Yeah. So we walk in, we sit down. We really had we got there real early, but people were filling in. But we were pretty. It was packed at the start of the thing, obviously. But for the good part, we were pretty much by ourselves. We had a couple people behind us, a couple people around us. But then once the show started, it got packed. I don't want to show it, and we'll talk about it during the Bloodline match. But the sea of people around the ring, because I was talking to Carter when we bought these tickets, and I was like, I was talking about it, and I was like, dude, if I bought these tickets, let me see if I can pull it up. I posted it on Facebook, dude. I can show those. I was like, do we get floor seats? And like floor seats are like $400 a piece, I think, which is fine. I get that. I'm not that dude who's like, oh yeah, screw that, But I was like, I'd be standing the whole time,
Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't know if I really want to do that. So we sat. So this is like the arena, right? We sat in the almost very last row of the first bowl, I guess you would call it. Attendance. Yeah, it was 51,000. I kind of walked away. I that was announced during the women's kind of match, and I kind of left. They were like, yeah, the attendance of, and I didn't hear the number. I know Carter was there. So we sat, and it was perfect seats. It was. I wish it was a little closer, because it kind of like the details were hard to see, especially when it was like multiple people. But for like a singles match, I thought it was okay. Would you think about the view at least?
Oh, that was a great view.
Okay, because we had the big screen on the, I didn't post it, but on the
Mhm.
big left up here, and there's a big screen on the right. So like, if you couldn't see what's happening in the action, you could defer up to it, and it was
Yep.
just a live play. It wasn't. There was no replays. There was none of that. It was just a
Yeah.
live feed kind of.
Yeah, it's like if you had trouble seeing, or maybe something was going on the other side of the ring where you couldn't see anything, you just look up.
Okay.
Not a big deal.
So we got in. It was jamming at 8 o'clock, right when it was starting. This doesn't do it justice because it was empty. The amount of people. I wonder if I can find a pic of it. Because I was like, oh my god, like how many people are in this? Like, that's so fine. I'm about to say that looks way too big for us. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do that's not us either. I was trying to find that picture, like a full picture of it at SummerSlam. I can't believe nobody took a picture of it.
But I will say that just everything as far the whole thing was just fun as hell. WWE, they put on a hell of a show. The last time I went to a WWE show was 21 years ago. It was me and Michael Bajel.
Yeah.
We were at a SmackDown, and the dark match was Brock Lesnar, a little known wrestler named Brock Lesnar.
So this is Ford Field that night. I mean, it was packed, and the crazy part was the hard camera was on where we were sitting at, and hard camera, for people who don't understand what that means, that's the TV camera.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pointing towards the other side, like we're on the opposite side. The seating over there on the floor was like sardines. There was like so many chairs in that place. It was crazy. But let's digress and let's kind of get into the matches. So we got look at this one. Look, I actually did the thumbnails right finally. Logan Paul versus Ricochet started this whole thing off. And Logan Paul had some heat, had some booze, brother.
Yes, he did. Okay, so apparently this match started off because Logan Paul had to jump on a plane to go see his brother fight. Still
in his wrestling gear at the fight.
Yeah, still I thought he was going to take a shower before he jumped on the plane, but no, he was just like, screw it.
Living a gimmick, baby. I love it.
Yeah.
Living a gimmick. We'll talk about this, dude. Match tonight. I don't know. We'll talk about it. So, it was interesting because so Ricochet's wife, for people who don't know, is one of the announcers who announces the entries or the entrances when they come out. You know, like Logan Paul and Ricochet, or whatever it is. Logan Paul, he had that spot where it should have been a DDT out of the ring, I think. And
yeah,
but I mean, you know, Logan Paul, for being a young wrestler in the game, also, you know, he's still a little green. Yeah, he's athletic. I get that too. I mean, when you're an athlete, I think you can do a lot more. I mean, look at Angle and Lesnar, and people who are athletes can just do crazy stuff. I don't know what they do with Logan Paul, because he just announced he's going to fight on the Tyson Fury card too in the next couple of months to somebody. He just actually announced it. He's going to fight Dylan Dennis under the card of Tyson Fury card. So for me, it's what do you do with Logan Paul? Like, has he earned his stripes where he's good enough to be a Brock Lesnar and just show up at like 4 pay-per-views a year? You know, like
probably. I mean, here's the thing: he can basically do what he wants, in my opinion, because he has he's bringing
young kids.
Because he has his own thing going.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure WWE is understanding of what of the other stuff he's got going on.
I like that. I don't want him to get overexposed like Ronda Rousey, what we're going to talk about later a little bit. But I just don't know if he's done the 20. Give Logan Paul a 24/7 title read and say, "Hey, you got to get that from R-Truth, man." I don't know if you can get that from R-Truth. He won it like 55 times. I just don't know. I mean, it's interesting with the U.S. I don't know. It's just.
But there were a lot of. What was a spot that stood out to you? I'm trying to recall. Because I actually watched the pay-per-view back on TV.
See, I didn't do that. I should have done that.
Just to see what maybe
we missed. Yeah, we missed.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's hear. I like giving this. So Logan Paul defeated Ricochet. It went 18 minutes, I guess, which seemed there to me, it seemed a little boring. I don't know how it looked. How did it look on TV? Did it look really boring on TV?
No, it actually looked pretty good.
Okay,
it looked good.
It seemed draggy a little bit to me, but I mean, it's the first match. Everybody's just lethargic trying to get into it.
Can I say this? After waiting that long, because we were waiting, I think we got there about an hour and a half before the show.
Correct.
We were just bullshitting around, and then like it would go dark. And then the lights would come on, everybody start cheering, and then like maybe a half hour later, lights would go dark, lights would come on, everybody start cheering. But then when you saw the intro, the
WWE intro, like
then now and forever, then the show was starting, and that's just like, oh, thank God, yes, thank God.
Let's talk about. Can we talk about the people behind us, or do you want to save that for like midway through the show?
We can save that for midway through the show.
So Logan Paul, Ricochet go out. They go 18 minutes. Logan Paul wins via brass knuckles, which I think is interesting because it's an old school tactic, and he slips them back in his pants before he gets his hand raised. A little sneaky. I like that little detail, a little crispiness on it.
Yeah, to me that was the standout moment of the match, was how it ended. With the little cheap shot with the brass knucks,
and then he's talking crap to his wife, who's announcing on it.
She's like, she's just sitting there like, loved it.
But
to me, that was a good way to kick off the show, in my opinion.
What do you think? How many stars you give it? 3 star match?
3.5. Yeah, let's say 3. Why not? 3.5.
I like it. I'll agree with you.
But good way to start off the show. Not too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we're building up. We're building up towards something.
Okay. This match went on second, which kind of threw me for a loop. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar. I thought this would be one of those. Not saying it wouldn't be the main event. Maybe before Seth Rollins. Maybe like one of the top tier enders. But it went on numbers. It was on 2. I was like, wow. Like, oh my God, it's coming out right away.
I think Brock actually wanted to go first.
But Logan had to leave probably, so he couldn't.
Right. So he was just like, let's do this as early as possible.
He's like, I gotta get on flight 2. I'm going home.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Cody Rhodes. But
I'm glad. I'll tell you what. I'm glad that went second.
Okay. Cody Rhodes. It went 17:35. Cody Rhodes finally defeated Brock Lesnar. I didn't realize how over Cody Rhodes was from AEW to Cody Rhodes to WWE Cody Rhodes. Every kid on the planet was hyped for Cody Rhodes.
I noticed that. Okay, as far as T-shirts go,
a
lot of Bloodline, a lot of LA Knight, but the little kids were wearing Cody Rhodes shirts. And so my thing on Cody Rhodes is, I know he might be polarizing, but I was following his career after he left, and I was seeing the trajectory. So he was doing Ring of Honor, he was doing other indie stuff, and then he did I think it was all in.
Yes.
You know, the pay-per-view with like, you know, the non-WWE pay-per-view with like 10,000 seats. And yeah, I was just seeing the trajectory, and I was just like, I was rooting for the guy. And for him to like be as over as he is, I thought he was gonna get buried. I thought the crowd was gonna turn on him when he came in the Royal Rumble at number 30 and then lost to and lost to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I thought that was gonna be like a setback.
Yes.
You dig what I'm saying? But it's not. And I'm really that's a pleasant surprise, and I'm glad. I like him. I'm rooting for him just because I was following his career outside of WWE.
Since we're kind of, you know, Raw was yesterday. You watch all of Raw, or did you just highlight?
You know what? It was kind of weird. I was trying to watch it, but I'll get around to it.
Stardust for life. Funny stuff. I know they teased during Raw Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins again for another heavyweight title.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool moment. You know. Okay.
Yeah, Brock went off. No big deal. It was all cool. It was all good. He went off.
Okay, so
go ahead. The ending was interesting.
Okay, so when I was watching it on TV, Brock was like, "Why do you keep doing this? You're just making it harder for yourself. Just give up." You know what I'm saying? He was just kind of doing that as he was punishing Cody. And I guess that played into the finish.
So the finish was interesting. So after he won, Brock Lesnar went to like hold his hand out to shake Cody Rhodes' hand. And on TV and on this big screen that we saw, he was generally like scared, like he didn't know what was going to happen. I don't know if this is kayfabe to being worked, but he said after the, what do they call it, the press conference thing, whatever the hell they call that, the scrum or whatever you want to call it. Cody was legitimately saying like that was not planned at all for Brock Lesnar to put Cody over like that at all. So I don't know if that was true or fake or whatever, but
does Brock Lesnar get okay, does he it's like he has a rep for not working well with others and a rep for working well with others.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I think Brock's, I know people are gonna say this. You know, what was it, like 2003 when he entered, when you saw Brock Lesnar, like way back in the day, right?
Yeah, early 2000s.
He reminds me of like the guys from the 80s who, like, if you break in with him, he needs to, like, if you survive Lesnar a bunch of times and like our man or whatever you want to call it, he respects you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I guess he's got that. He's like the new Undertaker, kind of. You know, like,
okay.
I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I thought that was interesting. Yeah. No, I mean, what is he gonna do? He's Cody. He's the son of the Dream. I mean, shit on the kid. Not like he's some green kid. He's been in the business forever. So, yeah, it is about respect. Put some respect on his name. So, it is about respect. So that one happened, and then for Carter and all the kids and all the merch, SummerSlam Battle Royale presented by Slim Jim.
Okay, so as the majority of the participants were kind of entering the ring, correct. So you had the SummerSlam theme, "Born to Be Wild." Like all of them kind of filed into the ring. That shit looks sad. I did not like that at all. That shit looked sad.
Hey man, all those guys got checks, man. So it doesn't.
I'm glad for them, but like a Karrion Kross, I felt bad for.
I felt bad for Tommaso.
Yeah, Tommaso.
My boy.
I love Grayson Waller.
Yeah, he was in that bunch.
he just kind of filed into the ring
Chad
with
Gable
everybody
was
else.
the Alpha American team was down there. They
Yeah,
were in that
it
fucking
looked
group.
like cattle. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it. Didn't like
So
it.
the only people who had an entrance was The Miz, LA Knight, and there was one more. Oh, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
and Omos.
Omos, yes, he had his because everybody else was in.
Yeah, and then they were like, "You can't have it without," and then he returned. So,
oh my, that dude is massive.
So we were waiting. Like, I mean, we had pretty far seats, right? But him and Brock Lesnar looked like beasts from like, yeah, it was like I would. So I'd be like 100 yards away and like, oh, I know who that dude is. You know,
right? He looked exactly the same as I remember him 20-something years ago, as far as like Brock Lesnar. But Omos, man, that dude, yikes. That brother stands the hell out.
Yes.
I'm happy to have seen him in person.
Yeah. So this one was one of the ones where I had to look at the screen a lot because there was just so much chaos in the ring. I couldn't distinguish what was going on. I thought Tommaso was eliminated 3 people before he was actually eliminated. I told Carter, we had to go home now because my boy lost. Basically it was Omos was just trying to do a bunch of stuff. He was eliminating everybody because he was going to be the big guy, the giant who eliminates everybody. He had 10 people he eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically it comes down to like 10 other people and they all get him out finally. Then it's like AJ Styles, I think Shinsuke was there. Oh boy, you're gonna be
Miz. Okay, Miz. So when I was watching it, I noticed
Waller was there.
Yeah, okay. So I noticed like there's like a little bit of a flash of brilliance here. So you had Grayson Waller and the Miz kind of teaming up a little bit. I saw that, I'm just like, oh my god, that would be a dope team. Okay. Like just something.
And the Miz has won, so he was talking about it with LA Knight. He has won tag team champions before. He has been a tag team champion before. So it's not like him having a tag team is not out of the realm of possibility. And you're high on Grayson Waller too.
I am. He was great in that. He was a top heel in NXT, and he has the potential to be that.
This only went 11 minutes 55 seconds, and it was 25 men. I thought it was 25 men. LA Knight won by eliminating poor Sheamus at the end of it. I've never seen a crowd erupt so hard. It was like, I don't even know what the pop would have been, like comparable to.
Dude, okay, LA Knight wins, and like I said, everybody was shouting LA Knight's catchphrase before the show even started, and it was going on the whole freaking night up until the show started. Right. So when he won, that was like even when he came to the ring, like he had his own entrance, and everybody was going nuts. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And I love LA Knight. It's just almost as bad as the what fucking chance. It's terrible 4 hours in or 3 hours. It's like, okay, dude, enough. Like we get it.
Yes.
We get it. It's bad enough as that Canadian fuck behind us screaming Lesnar. He hasn't been on the show in like 3 hours and he keeps saying Lesnar. But anyways. So LA Knight got his due. Crowd went crazy. I mean, how did it look on TV? Was it just enormously loud on TV too? Do you remember?
Yeah. A thing to point out. Okay, so after a match is done, the ring just goes black,
right? And
then immediately, like an ad will play on the big screens. Okay?
So everybody averts your eyes to that while they're doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah. Okay, so LA Knight won the Battle Royal, and then there was an ad with LA Knight
for Slim Jim.
For Slim Jim playing up on the screen as LA Knight is like walking back walk into the back
Mm-hmm.
and just going, yeah. So it's just like LA Knight heavy,
Yes.
a very LA Knight heavy moment there.
And they had to do that since they screwed him in Money in the Bank, where they thought he was going to win that, remember? And so it'll be interesting what his next thing is. I know he had a big beef with The Miz on Raw. I saw that promo. But
yeah, they got to get this guy a belt pretty soon, man.
Yeah.
They got to get him something.
So that went off. That was cool. Everyone was excited. This match. So I before we talk about this match, people online, the online community, is saying that Trish Stratus and Becky Lynch should have been on before this one. They got saying that, they're saying that, they left them off the mat, the SummerSlam, before this was even announced, yada, yada, yada. And then Ronda kind of, but Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler.
Okay. Okay, so as soon as the video package before the match started playing, as soon as that video package started playing,
right,
so many people filed out, including this guy.
Hey, wait,
here.
Wait. I waited to mid-match, though. Because I pointed, I go, look at all these people leaving. I said, I'll just wait. And then mid-match, I'm like, I'm fucking done with this thing.
Yeah, you bought yourself a box of Juji fruits.
Yeah. I did. I went to the bathroom, bought some Juji fruits. I'm like, okay, I can go back home now.
But you know what? I didn't leave because I wanted to see Ronda Rousey before she made her WWE exit. I wanted to see her live, and I actually like Shayna Baszler. I'm not quite a fan of what they have done with her on the main roster, but
wait. And so I missed this middle. I guess I kind of walked away with maybe 2 minutes in. This only went a 7-minute 30 match, so it wasn't like I was gone for 30 minutes or something. This wasn't like a, some kind of long ass match. So.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't think this showed up on TV well, but my section that we were sitting in,
right.
They were chanting, "This is boring." Right. During the MMA rules match, and I was watching the playback, and that didn't register, or maybe WWE muted it. I don't know, but a lot of people were chanting, "This is boring." So nobody was interested in this. I was.
Oh boy!
But everybody else was not. I was the only one that was interested.
Stop being a mark. No. Shayna Baszler defeated Ronda Rousey by technical submission, aka what was it, a guillotine, a real naked choke or something?
Yeah, it was just
real naked choke. Yeah,
just something to get it done.
Yeah. So the behind the curtain, pull the curtain back. Ronda Rousey's leaving WWE. She's gonna go fight in the UFC. She wanted to have been done with UFC for a long time. Yada yada yada. Oh yeah, they guess they muted it. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, it's had to be done. So we'll see what happens to Baszler and what happens to her, and maybe she's a formidable opponent against Rhea Ripley. I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of thought she found her groove teaming with Ronda Rousey. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of a shame that she.
It was real fighting, damn it! It's real to me.
It's real to me.
It's so real to me, damn it!
I'll tell you what. There was a guy sitting behind us.
Yes, an old dude Canadian. Oh, it was brutal.
Some fat guy who had a fish face. I guess they were
Canadians. They were Canadians, bro.
I'm not sure what the dynamic was. There were two younger guys.
So one was his son and one was his friend, and then that was the dad.
So they must have dragged him there.
Correct.
I don't know. If you don't bring someone who isn't a wrestling fan to a wrestling event, to a live event, you just don't do it.
So he was 50 years old. He had a laser pointer like he was 12, flashing around everywhere, and then just kept saying, "This is staged. This is fake." Yeah. So
yeah, it's like, why are you here then?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he would ask stupid questions like, "Is she really hurt? Well, what's going on? Why is this a championship match? And how is a 100-pound guy the world heavyweight champion?" Like, just yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, like honestly, everything you watch on TV is fake.
Yeah.
So you're not saying anything profound.
So me and Carter had to listen to this for 3 hours. It was brutal. I just wanted to tell him. I didn't want to be that guy that started fighting the crowd, so I just let it go.
Know, right? It's
but I
just
was like, I'm sure everybody in our section would just stood up and been like, dude.
Listen, the dudes that were sitting next to him, those were some brothers. Those dudes were big.
Yeah.
Those were some big ass brothers.
Yeah.
And like, I was taking their lead. If they weren't doing anything,
yeah, I got you.
Then ain't no need for us to do anything.
Because the guy next to me too was like kind of like nudging me and like kind of like getting me all back. I'm like, yeah. So I think the guys next to us would have stood up too. It would have been a problem.
Yeah, if they would have stood up, then you know what? It is what it is.
So he's in a foreign country too because he's from Canada. Obviously, we're in the United States, so it would have been bad.
He would have had to travel back and forth to the States for court.
I don't
know if you wanted to deal with that.
Yeah. Next on the match, our boy Gunther and Drew McIntyre.
Yo, this match was what it was. It was just because I tried to watch this back. I'm just like I had to fast forward through it.
Okay.
It was just.
We can fast forward to this one. It's 1340. Obviously, Gunther retained. I mean, Drew McIntyre wasn't a formidable Intercontinental Championship. The big foil in this one is that he's like 50 days away, 100 days away, closing in on the Honky Tonk Man's Intercontinental Championship being the longest reign ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're going to give it to him. It'd be horrific not to give it to the poor guy. I mean, he's been killing it. So.
From what I heard, Drew McIntyre, I like Drew a lot. I believe he might be turning heel.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But this match didn't do anything for me.
This next match, I thought I had to wheel Carter off on a stretcher. This next one. Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, me and Carter were talking about it'd be cool to see these people come in. Maybe we'll see some kind of funkiness going on. You take it away because this is your match. You were all right. You were in it. You were really into this thing.
This is the match that I was looking forward to the most. Finn versus Seth. 7 years to the day, so to speak. Not really, but you get what I'm. 7 years to the event. How about that?
And I'll cut you off a little bit. Seth freaking Rollins, they had the chant of the his song during the pre wasn't even like the whole event was starting and people were chanting it.
They were chanting that. Yes. Yeah, they were singing Seth Rollins' song. Okay, and when I was watching it on TV, okay, so he came out in this freaking robe. It's weird with Seth because he's so over with the crowd, but he has like these heelish mannerisms.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like he wears these outlandish outfits.
He's a tweener.
Yeah, and even on Raw, he was wearing the Mega Man boots.
Yeah.
The like neon green Mega Man boots. I mean, he has like these heelish tendencies or mannerisms, and he came out in this robe that just looked ridiculous, and nobody cared, and they were still chanting, they were still loving Seth Rollins, and the thing about Seth is that he was like, to me, he was kind of on the outs. He was kind of going down. Like when he won the Universal Championship about 4 years ago, and he was challenging The Fiend, and The Fiend lost against him. On the outs. He was not over anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then he had like a bunch of bad programs with like Rey Mysterio during the Thunderdome era. And he kind of got squashed by Roman Reigns when they had their championship match.
Now I will say, this is Triple H's boy.
Yeah, so he didn't give up on him, and it paid off because that dude is over again.
Yep.
It's insane. Like he's like probably more over than he was back then. Okay.
You know what he reminds me of though?
Huh.
Randy Orton. You know, in his tweener years where he would do like heelless things, but he was like cool with the crowd and people thought he was like Stone Cold Light kind of.
Yeah, he's okay, so he's transcending heel babyface dynamic. Yes. He's transcending that.
Right.
Okay, what did I want to say? Okay, on the playback on TV, he dropped the robe and he was wearing the vest that he was wearing the night that he injured Finn Balor. And they made a comment of that. Michael Cole and who's the other guy? Corey Graves. And so, and when he took the vest off, Seth Rollins was like, "You didn't forget, I didn't forget either, bitch," and threw the vest at him.
And then Finn just came over and the bell didn't even ring, and they were just going at it. Remember, they had to separate them and then ring the bell.
Yep.
So interesting. So go through it. You're on.
All right, man. Look. I could have swore that they were gonna do right. They have not done right by Finn Balor in 7 years. I legit.
He had the 7 on his shoulder too.
Yes. Okay, and the match was going. I love the match. It was just like a lot of kickouts and near finishes and all that kind of stuff. And then the Judgment Day come out. Well, actually, first, El Señor Money in the Bank, he comes out. Like everybody starts like getting out of their seat to see what's going on. And then, okay, so he hits Seth in the face, and then Finn rolls him up. No, he hits him. Finn pedigrees him.
Mm-hmm. I said no one kicks out of the pedigree.
Nobody.
And he kicked out.
Sure enough, Seth Rollins kicks out after being hit by Damian Priest.
Right.
And getting hit with a pedigree. So I'm just like, oh crap. I thought this match was over after that. And then the other Judgment Day come out.
Mm-hmm.
And they distract the ref. Senior Money in the Bank. He's just like, here, take the briefcase. He's like, what are you doing? Finn is just like confused with what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, so he's on the apron, Damian Priest. So he drops off the apron. He just slides the briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
And then Finn goes for the briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
And then Seth turns around,
stomps him.
Stomps. I'm passing up a lot of other stuff, but this is the only thing that matters. Stomps his head on the briefcase, and the match was over. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins wins, and
Damian Priest doesn't cash in after that either. So
that's the thing that gets me.
He
doesn't cash in. And he's staring dead. Like, okay, Seth is staring dead at Damian Priest.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, but I think he's more perturbed with Finn Balor than anything.
Right. And they talked about that during Raw yesterday. How about he's like, "You got anything to say to me?" That's what Finn Balor was saying to Damian Priest. Like, "Nah, man, I'm good." Like, it's gonna be interesting for how they break that whole Judgment Day up. And I think it's gonna be a blow off with Finn and then maybe it's round 3 of these guys, and at the end of it, they find. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting.
Man, I don't know what the hell's going on, but it'll be interesting to see what happens on the next pay-per-view, Payback.
Yes,
it'll be interesting. But yeah,
which is in your area.
It is.
It's in Pittsburgh.
It is.
Pittsburgh. I told the wife. I asked the wife if I could go, and she gave me the old no. because I'm traveling. I'm traveling a lot for work, and I get it. So. I get it. I get it. It's okay. But they're cheap. What are we talking about? Like $50 a ticket? I mean, we're still sitting up in the
like
kind of what we're doing, or $100 for what we were kind of set up before, but whatever. So that went. I'm going to be kind of consistent here. It went 18 minutes 30 seconds, so not terrible.
I can't lie. I was so deflated after this match.
You were. You wanted to go home. I can
tell. Damn it! I was rooting for Finn Balor to win.
I know.
This has been my guy for a long time.
Good. Hey, you know what I told you didn't have the demon paint on, brother.
You know what? He got screwed when he was the demon against Roman Reigns.
He got injured too. I mean, the problem too is like Finn was supposed to get a long, heavy, like a long championship thing, and he got hurt. That's what killed him, man. Just happens.
He got hurt once.
But it was a long time. It wasn't like a 1 week thing. It was like 6 months. Wasn't he out for like 6 months?
It's like you think, okay, you got to give it up, but you have at least some time with it again. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I think they were talking about how he was booked better than Vince booked him better than Triple H has, which is an interesting foil there too. But the next match that we're kind of excited about, WWE's Women's Championship.
Wow. Love this match. So we have Asuka, Bianca Belair. That's my boo. I love me some Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. Now, the thing that I noticed that Bianca Belair got the biggest cheer when she was introduced.
Yes.
So take from that what you will. And she was looking good too.
This was 20 minutes, 45 seconds. So during the match, I mean, it was an okay match. I mean, I didn't have any qualms with it. The bigger, I'm going to skip to a bunch of it. The bigger thing was Bianca Belair mid or to the end gets hurt. And the Canadian guy in the back, the old dad who didn't know anything, like, oh, is she really hurt? Is she really hurt? She's limping around like they said the referee threw up an X. Did you see the X on the old playback?
They did an X.
Oh wow! So she really was disqualified, right? If you throw up an X, that means you can't. I mean,
you know what? I don't know if they threw up the X or not, but I just know that they sold the hell out of that because it was kind of like you weren't quite sure. But when she was walking towards, she was in the aisle, kind of walking towards the back. They put the spotlight on her. I'm like, oh yeah, this is Kate. This is a work. This is a work.
Yeah. So she comes back. She basically delivers some insane, crazy spots via bad knee. Gets locked up into a figure four. And while she's getting locked up by a figure four, Asuka blows the mist into Charlotte Flair and then gets rolled up by Bianca Belair. Hope everybody's keeping track. And Bianca Belair wins via pinfall 1, 2, 3.
While she was still in the figure four.
Correct.
So that was pretty impressive.
It's fake. Yeah. It was very impressive. And then the music pops.
Dude, listen. When you like those first few notes of Io Sky's music, it's like dun, dun, that shit sounds like a horror movie. Okay. And that shit it like you know what's coming, and that is impending doom. I felt so bad for Bianca Belair because you just knew what was gonna happen.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this wrinkle? Yeah. So Bianca Belair has the longest reigning championship and the shortest reign of women's championship now. She got those dubs, man. She's getting those records.
I will say this. Okay, do you remember Money in the Bank? I want to say 2019. Where Becky Lynch, she defended her Raw title, and then Charlotte. So Becky Lynch is fighting twice in one night. So she's going to defend.
She's champ, right?
Yeah. She's going to defend the Raw and the SmackDown women's titles in one night. Okay,
she She defeated Lacey Evans. That was her. Oh, well, yeah. She defeated Lacey Evans, and then she went
and then Charlotte walks out right after the Lacey Evans match, and just like, let's do this now. Correct. And she defeats Becky Lynch to win the SmackDown Championship, and then Bayley cashes in.
Correct.
So we do have and Bayley cashes in, defeats Charlotte. Mm-hmm. And then, so we do have a precedent for someone winning a championship and then losing it like that.
Bayley comes out with Io Sky, helps her clear her way. And then after she wins, Dakota Sky, right?
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai comes out, and then basically what's their team name? Control Damage or whatever. Damage Control. Yeah, whatever the fuck they are. They come out, they celebrate, and they were legit happy. I saw photos afterwards, like they did it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, like I said, with after a match, and because she's just like celebrating, the crowd is chanting, "You deserve it!" Like she's like genuinely happy that Io. Sky is genuinely happy that she won that title. Mm-hmm. Now, like I said, the ring goes dark.
Correct. But
she's still celebrating.
Oh yeah.
Even in a dark ring.
Yeah, dark ring. Yeah, darkness.
And like she's just jumping up and down. She's like on the ropes and
Bayley's happy and like everyone's happy and hugging and stuff like that. Now, give me the background, because I talked to you about this when we were there. Give me the background on Io Sky, and give me, like, she was NXT champ or something.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she had a very, very nice run as she was Io Shirai in NXT, and she had a really impressive run in NXT. This is why I always tell people, watch NXT. Like, if you can't stand Raw or SmackDown, watch NXT. I think the storylines are more condensed. I think everybody's a little bit hungrier. Everything oddly enough feels more cohesive on NXT.
I missed this one. I'm from Australia, so I've never been to a pay-per-view event. What's it like without watching the commentary? So this is my only complaint. There's two complaints. I understand they can't have the commentary on the screen because you can't have it'd be so loud that it would just backfill through the whole arena, and it'd be like Michael Cole be saying double, and it would look terrible on TV.
Yeah.
I wish they kind of had replays of like the TV on TV, maybe the side by sides and the screen, because it was just like, if I wanted to see like, oh man, I really wish I would have got to see that a second time, like how they do it like on TV. That's my only biggest complaint. Especially if I can't see something, I gotta look for something here. Especially like in an NXT, I can't process it on the fly like that. Mm-hmm. The commentary is not bad. I mean, it'd be kind of cool to hear about it. But you know,
I think it just gives you a reason. Like when you watch it live, yeah, you can just kind of focus and see what you know. It's basically you're just watching just something without commentary.
I mean, theoretically, I could have had Peacock going. I could have had Peacock going in my like a wireless earbud, and I don't know how bad the delay was from TV to live, and you could listen to the commentary probably if you had Peacock on your phone. But I mean,
maybe there's just backstory that you might be missing or something like that.
I didn't miss any of the stupid ass interviews. I didn't miss any of the TV vignette stupid shit, like, you know, all that stuff. Like, it was interesting. I don't know. I mean, that's you. You think it was better than her run? I don't know.
You know what? I didn't watch during Asuka's time, but organic on yeah. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. There's the NXT Women's Champion is Tiffany Stratton. This chick is legit, man. She's on it. She's like a mix of Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair, because she's a former gymnast, and she's got like just massive strength.
Let's talk about your boy Dragon. What the hell is his name? The Russian dude?
Oh, Ilya Dragunov.
That's supposed to be the dude. That's what they were saying. This dude is supposed to be the guy.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's like kind of a smaller guy, but he's like ready to go, and he can go toe to toe with like bigger guys. So
This dude, guy looks like he weighs $180.
He just looks like pure muscle, though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I guess the guy has all the tools.
Yeah,
I don't watch NXT. I need to start. I guess
he's fun. He's fun to watch. I will tell you that. He's
okay.
very fun to watch. He's like out of his mind when he wrestles.
Okay. And then the main event. We gotta put up the ones, baby.
Dude, I couldn't wait to do this. Do you understand me? I was waiting all night just for Roman Reigns to go, acknowledge me.
So there's a video clip of so Jey Uso comes out. Everybody, Carter, was rapping or singing or whatever the hell you want to call it, his song. It looked like when I was me and you were like younger kids, when you had WWF anthems on tape and like D-Generation X and Stone Cold, you just play all the fucking songs. It was like that. It was bananas. I was like, word for word, people were going crazy.
Yeah, this had so much like this has so much hype going into it. It had so much this match had a lot of energy.
So he gets on the top rope before Roman even comes out and starts doing the up down thing with his hands, and the whole bottom section is just oh man. I was like,
I'll tell you what, TV did not do that justice. Because I was watching it back and because I was remembering what it was like seeing it in person.
Me and you,
TV
I remember.
didn't do it justice.
I go, look at this shit, dude, and it was just like
it was a sea. It was a sea of people just swaying with Jey Uso, and it was mesmerizing.
Yeah, I was like, I turned to Carter. I go, I can't believe this guy's so over. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk. People,
you know what?
Everyone knows. Everyone knows how it was gonna end. Everyone knew.
You know what? Bring up Mike's comment.
Okay.
Now Mike's ass got me back into wrestling, but he's like the biggest doubter when it comes to it. What the fuck?
So wait a second. Before we started, a lot of people were talking to me and stuff. I heard sections of our section talking about all the Rock's in the building. He's in the building. They said he was in the building. The Rock's been in the building the last 20 pay-per-views with Roman Reigns. He's been in the building. He's gonna come out. So Roman comes out with Heyman, and
it took forever. It took for fucking ever. Listen, that match didn't start till 11:15.
Yeah. So usually, and we'll talk about that too now. Fuck this. So he comes out slower than the Undertaker, for fuck's sake.
As he should.
Slower than the Iron Sheik getting to the Royal Rumble. It was brutal. His anthem or entrance song, banger.
It is, boy.
I hope my wife hears this. If we had another wedding, I'm playing that fucking thing I'm walking out of that goddamn aisle.
Listen, and that's a reason to renew your vows.
That's right. I will. To be funny. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, anyways. So it comes out. It's awesome. I mean, it reminds me of like the Attitude Era. Like hypeness, you know, Hogan, Hollywood Hogan maybe coming out, NWO Goldberg style. It was Paul. I was very sad that Paul if people start donating to the channel, I'll fucking do it. We'll talk about it. What was I gonna tell you? Oh, so I feel that we got kind of gypped on the old shafted on the old Paul Heyman didn't introduce Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That was my kind of feel. I wish Heyman would have introduced him. Like, take the microphone like he does.
Yeah. Did he stop doing that?
Maybe it's only for like WrestleMania or bigger events. I don't know. So, anyways, they go out. It's tribal combat rules, whatever the fuck that means. I mean, it was an okay match. No, don't get me wrong. It wasn't anything like the one pay-per-view last year, or last time, whatever last pay-per-view was, Money in the Bank. It wasn't as crazy as hyped as that.
Right.
I didn't think this one delivered to me either. Just from a work rate kind of thing. Maybe, you know, it started 11:15. The crowd's that's a long show. I mean, everybody was hyped, and then it kind of died down. Let's talk about the ending. We'll just jump to the ending because everyone's saying they jumped the shark, they did all this stuff.
Well, okay, so you knew he wasn't gonna win, but okay, so we were talking about this during the match because I'm just like, okay, they're gonna introduce, since Jimmy was out, I just figured they were just gonna introduce a new, like somebody new, like brand new.
Yeah.
To
interfere
with the match.
It could have been, yeah. And this went, so everybody knows, this went, hold on 1 second, I'm sorry. This match went 36 minutes. 36 so it started at 11:15. That means it went for almost basically it was the end of the show and it was like midnight. So, we thought maybe it was like Rikishi comes out, you know, somebody, Rikishi, an old timer, or somebody comes out to help Jey Uso, maybe do something.
Maybe even a new. I figured it would be like a new wrestler or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
that's what I figured.
So during the match, when they go out, they go out into the audience, and Solo comes out. We all knew he was going to come out, right? Solo comes out, destroys Jey Uso, brings him back in the ring. Roman spears Solo, right? Solo didn't like that. And then they just looked at each other. And they were like, you know, it was like, he was like, I don't know. And then they kind of came back and it was all good. And then Jey Uso comes fighting back, yada, yada, yada. Then, out of nowhere, so on TV, did you watch this? Did you watch this back on TV too?
Yeah.
How did Jey Uso, did he come from the crowd?
You know what? I'm not quite sure. Okay. I don't know where the hell he came from.
I don't know if he was hiding under the ring or just like it didn't really translate on TV.
Yeah, I don't even know where he came from. Even we were watching it in person, and I don't know where he came from. This
guy just came out with a sweatshirt. Maybe he was sitting there the whole time. I would highly doubt that guy would be sitting. Like Jimmy would be sitting in the crowd the whole time without nobody noticing. Comes out, flips off the hood. It's Jimmy Uso, and he basically kicks Jey Uso, right, and then basically comes up, and that's the end of it. Now, the thing that people jumping in a shark in the comments, like Michael, the logic seems flawed on this because Jimmy and Jey kind of were like hating Roman Reigns, and then, you know, they defeated Roman Reigns, and then all of a sudden Jimmy's back on Jey, you know, back with Roman, or maybe not with Roman. Maybe Jimmy is envious of Jey because Jey's main event Jey, and it's, you know, he's jealous of all the success he's getting. You know, I don't know. It seems to me, and I hate to say this, and Carter, give me some sanity check. It looks like for Survivor Series, so I heard Roman Reigns is coming back for Survivor Series and WrestleMania. He's not doing any other fucking paper. I guess he hurt himself too. Did you remember when Jey Uso came flying out of the ring and hit him on the hip, kind of? You know how he was like on the barricade, like leaning on the barricade? I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. And I don't think it was that move. I think it was when he got flung out of the ring by Jey Uso. It wasn't Jey's fault. He just, I think something in his back tweaked. Mm-hmm. But anyways, they better explain why Jimmy did that, or people are gonna write. I get it. So I think they're setting up for Survivor Series a fatal 4-way between Solo, Roman, Jimmy, and Jey for the belt. And then, you ready? Okay. Are you ready? I think Solo either for whoever wins, or maybe a triple threat match between Solo, Jimmy, and Jey, and then whoever wins that goes to WrestleMania and fights. I think Solo wins that. It's Solo, Roman versus Jimmy versus Jey in, you know, singles matches. Jimmy, Jey, Solo, and Roman at WrestleMania.
All right. Well, I guess. Okay. Here's the thing: you can always be disappointed with a finish, but be open to the possibility of, the results of the aftermath. So, and I was watching a review, and they were just like, "Yeah, we got to find a way to break up Jimmy and Jay, and this is the best way to do it." Because let these guys kind of fly on their own now.
Yeah, and I get it too. Like Jay needs a main event spot, and the jealousy factor. I understand it. I understand.
Yeah,
it. But I mean,
they got it. Yeah, but
I think it needed more fleshed out than just him just coming out of the ring and kind of.
Liger style is right. He better have a real good explanation.
So he's not. They're not on Raw, right? They're on SmackDown. So theoretically, this Friday, right? They should have some kind of explanation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Theoretical.
Yeah.
On a TV show, they didn't show where he came from. Yeah, it was just he just popped out of nowhere. Maybe he was hiding under the Mexican announce table that Brock Lesnar broke and they had to replace. So.
Yeah, it was interesting that Jay was wearing all white and Jimmy was wearing all black. You know what I'm saying? There's something there.
Little seeds, actually.
Evil twins.
Yes.
Evil twin. Yeah.
Okay.
I dig it.
Okay, so we got out of there at like midnight. Traffic was horrendous.
It was a game of Escape from Detroit.
Yes. And they did pretty decently. Not bad.
Yeah.
It was what it was. Carter was about to get married for some girls who were twerking in the park in downtown Detroit. It was crazy.
Some hella ratchet girls. They were so ratchet. Oh my gosh! But I would have smashed.
Yeah.
I would have smashed.
So we got back. It was cool. Everything was cool. What'd you think about it? Are you gonna go to Backlash or Payback? You think?
Probably not. Just because. Okay, that freaking pyro. That crap, that was so loud.
So that's the other problem. We should have brought earplugs, and maybe we'll do that next time. I would go to. We were like, because we were on the curtain side, kind of like right by the curtain, the big black curtain where they kind of separate and they tarp off the rest of a third of the arena or quarter of it or whatever. Well, the pyro's set up in the middle of that, so it's like the only way. Yeah, brother. So basically, the screen's gonna block and buffer that, but the only way it's gonna go is go around, and basically it's gonna be terrible. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or this is funny. Naomi said Jimmy ain't getting no loving if you don't reconcile with Roman and get that money. That's the best comment of the night. That's the best comment of the night.
Facts.
Yeah, but the pyro was deafening, and like Roman had 2 blasts, and Brock and Charlotte, everybody had blasts. It was like every
time that shit went off, I was like, oh.
Yeah. Whenever I see the bloodline, I instantly think of Living Color and that skit. Man, on film, I hated it. Oh boy. I mean, the bloodline is the new NWO, man. That's what it is. But we're just hanging out.
I had to take Sylvester to the vet the other day. She's got the sniffles, and it turns out she has a thyroid thing. So,
oh boy,
she'll be.
You gotta give her medicine or give her shots.
Yeah,
all that crap? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That is the best explanation. That's funny. I love that. Hopefully he says it on Friday. So Flipside Tuesdays. What else? Make sure you join if you want to be a dirty flipper. Hang out with us. Come to Flipside Comic Con. I don't know. What else you got? You got anything?
Man, it's what?
Oh, Heels on Showtime or Stars. It's on Stars. Via the Stars app, I guess. Is season 2, episode 2's already dropped. It's really good so far, I thought. It's interesting. So we'll see. So and Dark Side of the Ring, the last episode with Marty Jannetty is dropping right now, or it dropped maybe. So I need to watch that too, because Marty Jannetty about to go off on everybody.
Uh-oh.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Anything else?
No. What did I want to say? I will say, man, that was hella fun going to SummerSlam. I never thought I would go, so that was very cool that you texted me. Like, yeah, you want to go? Like, right.
Yeah. I thought so too. It's not WrestleMania, of course. I could imagine.
You know what? You know what? I don't think I would want to go to WrestleMania.
Okay.
This was perfect.
Yeah.
SummerSlam is the perfect pay-per-view to go to.
It's big where you get the big time storylines, but it's small where it's not like crazy like WrestleMania. It's like going to New York Comic Con or like a smaller Comic Con in San Diego. Like San Diego's a WrestleMania. For me though, like you said, it's cool to go to a real pay-per-view. I've never been to a real pay-per-view, so that was cool. I've always been to like Raw or SmackDown or some ancillary show, I guess you would call it. But no, it was dope. It was we didn't talk about this. I've never seen people with more belts on in my life in Detroit. We forgot about that point.
Everybody was wearing championships. We felt naked because we didn't have a belt on our shoulder.
Was Vince around SummerSlam? No, he is theoretically on a medical absentee right now. Theoretically, that's what you're saying. It's spine surgery or back surgery or something. So anyways,
didn't he get raided by the feds?
I don't know, man. I'm not speculating. That's not he'll sue me. So basically, everybody had belts on, man. Like, and not like toy belts from Walmart that $20. They're like the heavy duty $300 belts, man. $400 belts.
Yes, sir.
So I know you wanted to see this stuff. I ordered something on the shop. Let's go back to the merchandise. So I left for the Ronda match. I came back. I was like, I'll go there in the Ronda match at the merch station. Busy. I looked as we were walking out. Busy. So I'm like, man, screw this stuff, man. Come on, man. Here we go. Check this out.
Shit, man. When I was a kid, I wanted a Miss Elizabeth poster from the merch stand at Richfield Coliseum. They were sold out. My heart was broken.
Look at this, boys. Bang! Look at you get a big gold for like $322. Undisputed. Look at this boy. $499.
Dang.
Woo. Woo. Woo.
Okay, so do you know? Okay, I'm starting to figure out what that the World Heavyweight Championship looks like. I'm sorry, it looks like the cloud from Super Mario Brothers. That's what it kind of reminds me of. Now the other one, the WWE one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's what it kind of reminds me of. It looks like a big old cloud.
Yeah. I'm not the fan of the WWE. I like the naked gold. I like that. That's my kind of thing. Universal Championships, Intercontinental Whites. There you go. You get yourself $1 million belt for $337.
I still love that belt. That belt is hot even today.
The Smoking Skull belt's dope too. They had a little mini replica SummerSlam belt. Like this thing is like small and it's $149.
Jeez.
I'm just looking at all these other belts.
I was telling you, man, I love the spinner belt.
I like the winged eagle, the double winged eagle. Sick, man.
I was telling you, the gaudier, the better.
I know. I like the Raw women's with the white. That's sick too. The red one's dope too. Universal Champion red one. Interesting. Maybe we should buy these. I can hang in. I don't know, $80.
What is that?
It's a hanger. You just put a screw in it. You can hang that on your wall.
Oh, okay.
You can hang them. The NWO belt's sick too. New York Yankees belt. Wow, purple. Look at that one. That's a Macho Man belt, right? Purple belt.
Yeah.
Where's the old '83 belt at? I think they have it down here.
Isn't that the one? The one in the middle. Yeah. Is that it?
That's Andre the Giant. I think this is before Hogan.
Because it kind of looks like the one that Hogan won.
The double eagle? Maybe it is a double eagle belt.
Yeah.
That could be United Kingdom belt. They should have that on clearance.
Dude, that freaking belt looks so hot. I
It
love
does.
that belt.
It does.
That's a shame they retired that one.
Ultimate Warrior belt.
Damn.
Oh, it was made for Andre and never used. Oh. Okay. Wolfpack belt. Shawn Michaels belt. Ooh, with a Winged Eagle Championship replica belt. I don't know. Yeah, the white Intercontinental belt's the greatest too. That's sick. You get a mini belt instead of the real belt, but that's $50. Interesting. Things that make you go, Intercontinental, the white Winged Eagle. Look at that Macho Man. Oh, tough. You get glasses too? And it's a glasses style case. Tough. And you get a fucking bandana.
That thing looks sturdy.
Look at that thing. Let me tell you something, brother. Where do we leave off at? Almost gone. Just 24/7 LA Dodgers shit, Boston. Stone Cold Brownie replica belts. Things that make you go. Let's look at the UK belt for the women's. Was that dope?
Yeah.
That's sick.
I remember Rhea Ripley rocking that back in the day. And she had won it.
They got so much stuff here. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah. And there's 25% code, I think, now if you wanted SummerSlam stuff or T-shirts. I think it's like on the store. There's like 25% off. So I got 25% off my shirt that I ordered. So, I mean, I didn't pay full retail. That was only a plus, maybe. Then I didn't have to stand in line either. But, yeah. All right, then.
It had a ball.
You were smiling from the day you got in there to the day you left.
Heck yeah. That man, I'm not gonna lie, that was legitimately just a freaking great experience, man. I'm so happy I went.
Good. I'm glad you made it, Detroit, mate. I'm glad I made it safe. You know, I had to call up everybody, make sure you go down.
Hey man, you had to call your spotters.
I was like, yo, man, we good. We good. No, it was fine. There was a Tigers baseball game in the afternoon, and then this was at night, so it was just insane down there. Absolutely insane.
I am so glad you drove because I'm still thinking I would legitimately still be in that parking deck trying to get out like now.
What shirt did I order? Let's see if it's on the store still real quick. Maybe it's in the clearance section. I ordered the SummerSlam shirt. They got it right here, and it's white, and I hate white, but Carter convinced me.
Yeah, because it shows off the beard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
SummerSlam 2023 in Detroit. I got this one. The other merch they had for SummerSlam, the tail of the tape between Roman, Carr, the mini replica belt, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor shirt, $29, Carter. There you go. You can relive the memories of SummerSlam Motor City one, which is kind of dope. But it's like, when am I gonna wear these? I thought about how can I think? How to wear. I don't want to be one of those guys wearing wrestling shirts outside. Just like, I'm not that kind of guy, but you know, something where I could wear outside where it's not too wrestling, I guess.
I feel you could always just wear it for the show.
The SummerSlam shirt was dope, or the hat was dope. I almost got that, but it was a snapback, and I'm like, yeah, but it's okay. SummerSlam Detroit, Summer Freaking Slam, that's kind of cool. I didn't see that one. a glass. They had slippers. This old school WWE, WWF SummerSlam logo was dope too. This women's shirt was dope too. For ladies, the red old SummerSlam shirt was kind of dope. Sweatshirts were cool, but it was way too much money and just other stuff here. I didn't even see that. You see the 92 post?
No.
Oh, that's hotness.
Damn.
Oh boy.
Who knew?
Oh boy. Was that Wembley?
Yeah. You know what? I watched that not too long ago.
I watched it about 2 years ago because I was flipping through the channels and they had it on for some reason at this hotel I was staying at. I was like, random, but it's cool. Look at Yokozuna one. Look at this. Lex Luger and Yoko.
Is that the one where he wins by DQ and like everybody's like all happy for him?
Yeah, I thought he won by. Didn't he win by? Yeah, I know. I'm in the Midwest. As King win. I'm just not that dude. Wear your shirt. Didn't he win by the bionic forearm? Didn't he have a metal plate in his forearm, kind of thing? Remember that gimmick he had?
It was for the championship, but he technically won, but it was by DQ, so he didn't win the belt.
This is what I was talking about. They have plaques and stuff. Look at your boy.
Oh, no.
$199, dude. You can win this. $52, dude. You hang this up.
Oh.
That's your boy. You gotta support your boy.
That breaks my heart. That's honestly, that reminds me of when a Stone Cold got dropped on his head by Owen Hart. That like that's just something I don't want to see.
Hey, there you go. Look at this. Look at this. You can.
SummerSlam has not been kind to Finn Balor. Stay away. Stay away, homie.
So you get a piece of the canvas. So you get a piece of the canvas.
Damn, I feel so bad.
SummerSlam socks and stuff like that. I'm just looking at all this other stuff. Edge, no one cares about it anymore.
Where is Edge? Is he hurt or just?
I think he's just kind of chilling.
All right, good for him.
Other stuff. Way too much shit. I'm getting overloaded. They have a clearance section for people. It's kind of dope. Some things are on clearance. Not saying it's crazy cheap, but this is interesting too. They have auctions, so you can bid now for like featured stuff. Like Hulk Hogan, this is sick. I wouldn't pay $700 for it, but Hulk Hogan, too sweet kind of thing.
The thing about autograph belts is that those autographs always fade. I haven't seen a belt yet.
Hey, don't you?
Well, as far as black and like those metallic markers, those things always fade.
You know, they have like lithographs, they have like stuff, you know, it's just interesting. 6 days left. So if you're on the hunt for something, you know, LA Knight stuff, that's probably hot. It probably wasn't hot 2 years ago. Current bid highest to lowest. Yeah. Royal Rumble 23 frame stuff. So just cool stuff. Things I see. Jay Uso, $405. Event worn shirts.
Ooh. Do they wash them? What's going on?
No.
Or they just leave them as is?
Yeah. Rhea Ripley signed mini helmets. Boy. Just things I see.
I'll take something used of Rhea Ripley's.
Yeah, right. So just things I see. So if you ever look at, there's stuff for the home and office too. There's a bunch of stuff. And just things I see. So collectibles. I don't know what that means, but I think they had like art and stuff at one point, but whatever. Arts and prints. Get money to make lunchbox. That's kind of dope. If I was a kid, I'd make my son do that. Like,
I know, right?
But you're not gonna get lunch unless you cash it in. Trying to beat the old man.
You gotta reach for it, son.
Grab the brass ring. It's terrible. All right. Well, just things I see. So that's cool. Look at this. This is kind of cool. Rick Rude and Mr. Perfect and Jake the Snake. That's dope.
Man, that's old school.
That's a cool tattoo idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things I see. Cool cooler. There you go. When you're in your truck, you can pull that bad boy out.
100% whoop ass.
Cool. Yeah, man.
I guess I'll try to finish Raw. I guess.
Okay. I don't know. I'm gonna leave and I don't know. Gonna go to work tomorrow. So, yeah, check it out. Comic Shop Talk. Our new show here on Tuesdays, Flipsides on Mondays. Come to the Comic Con, join the channel, live your best life. I don't know what else to say.
Thank you to all the new members.
Yeah, for sure, dude. For sure. New members, we love you guys. We appreciate it. And that's it. We're out.